You can have the final word. This is not over. Thank you very much.
President Biden made a lot of strong remarks there, and he said the fight is not over. But realistically, Claire, what can he do? He said Roe versus Wade will be on the ballot in the autumn. Is this the end, or what happens now?
Let me just first correct, I'm actually in Stanton, Virginia at present. So that was a very powerful speech by President Biden. The strength of his commitment to abortion rights shone through absolutely in his words, and his understanding of the profound impact of this decision also came through. There are 13 states that have provisions that will automatically come into effect, outlawing abortion completely as a result of this decision, and another, I believe, 7 states that are very likely to ban abortion in the very near future. That means that we will have almost half of the U.S. in which abortion will be illegal, and then a number of states over time that may join that group. So when he clarifies, which he should do, that women can still travel to states where abortion is permitted and where it will likely remain permitted, and that he will do everything he can to protect abortion in those states. Realistically, it may be impossible for many women to get an abortion, and he knows that very well. It was excellent that he put this in the context of women's health and well-being, because that's profoundly what this decision will affect. Young women who have abortions at very early ages are likely to suffer enormously, especially where there are economic needs. And of course, their babies will suffer as well. So this is an incredibly foolish decision from a public policy standpoint, and quite unwarranted from a legal standpoint.
And legally, is this the end? Can this be overturned? What can Congress do? What can Biden do?
Well, a future court could attempt to restore the Roe precedent, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. There is a 6-3 majority now of conservative justices who favor this result. Even though one of the justices, Justice Roberts, did not favor overruling Roe, he was nevertheless with the majority. And these justices are by and large young and likely to be on the court for a long time. So I don't think we're going to see this precedent reversed anytime soon. As I mentioned before, Congress can try to pass a federal law, giving a universal federal right to an abortion, but it's very, very questionable whether or not such a law would be judged constitutional by this court, given the sort of language that appeared in this opinion, and especially given Justice Thomas's position, which is much further to the right than the other justices on this matter.
And just a point, if I may interrupt, on maternal deaths, because this is something, as you said, President Biden really spoke to the point of women's health here. Given that healthcare is not free, it's very challenging to get good healthcare in America, different protections compared to other parts of the world. Who will be the most affected here? Which women?
Again, underprivileged women, women of color, women who cannot travel to other states, women who don't have a strong educational background, and so do not know and do not have access to the kind of health education and education about their reproductive rights, are likely to suffer enormously under this. Congress should do everything it can and appropriate whatever funds it possibly can to boost women's health in the wake of this decision, and also do whatever it can to help women who are having children, especially women having children at young ages.
Claire, just seeing the Vatican Academy for Life praises the US Supreme Court decision on abortion, saying it challenges the whole world. Just explain for us, to our international audience, just how divisive this issue is in America today.
It's incredibly divisive in the United States. And indeed, as Biden suggested, this may make a huge difference in the midterms. Mm-hmm. The right to abortion is overwhelmingly supported by a majority of Americans. It is divisive, but in fact, the majority of the US population that is in agreement with this ruling is in the minority. So Biden is very well aware, and Republicans will be as well, that the fact that the Supreme Court has sided with the extreme right of the party may cost it enormously in the midterms. We will see, but it's a very distinct possibility that this will ultimately damage the Republican Party yet further.
We'll leave it there. Thank you so much, Claire Finkelstein, speaking to us from Staunton, Virginia.